Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for bringing back Basic Gray. This is a collaboration that I do with my friends Beth and Kathy. This month it'll just be Beth and I. Basic Gray doesn't make paper anymore. They only do fabric, and many of us, you might even too, have Basic Gray papers in our stash. So each month we pull out some of our Basic Gray paper and we just play with it. We're not trying to smash it, we're trying to enjoy it. So maybe one month I only use one piece, maybe sometimes I use up a whole collection, who knows. This month, I got inspired and I made a journal cover, and I didn't have a plan. I just said, I want to make a vintage journal. I used this polka dot paper. Basic Gray was known for a little bit of grunge and creativity before that was cool. In their time, there were only a couple companies that did anything that looked mixed media-ish. Everything was very cute. This paper on the cover has quite a bit of color. And you know me, I couldn't resist, so I did a pop of blue. I kind of wish maybe I did black later because I did black ribbons, but I just think it's fun, so I think it's okay. I don't know. Eliza has things to tell you about this morning. I had a whole bunch of these embellishments in my stash. If you gave them to me, thank you. And I very carefully glued it to a piece of torn paper. So I have a glue dot, a bunch of Fabrifix because I thought that was a good choice. And then I put even more glue behind the ribbon to help it hold to the paper. So I glued this to the paper really carefully, and then I glued it to the front cover. I've sewed it together with waxed linen thread and inked a whole bunch in this, which usually I forget to ink or I don't take the time. And then I have this charm right here that says never give up, and it can be in the front or it can be in the back, or it could just be unclipped and put on your zipper pull, whatever. It's not permanent there. Then on the inside, there isn't a lot of color, but there are specks of blue in this and red and orange. It's a very warm colored journal. And we'll just shove something in here because we need something I need to show you. Here we go. Right here, this is a tiny little tuck spot. Then we have a pocket. I would probably glue something on this. It's a little busy to try and write on, but it could be done. I've rounded the edges a bunch. I have a tip out of that cover paper again. I did it with a piece of Basic Gray paper. It's a little sturdy structurally. I didn't give it quite enough room to open nicely, but it works. Then I have a quote here that our friend Nancy sent me on some, we don't know what it is, paper. I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of stars makes me dream, and that's Van Gogh. And then I paper clipped it on, and I also added this tiny little envelope, and that's a rub-on the envelope. So it just clips right on there. Then back here we have a bit of a collage on that same piece of paper with some vintage stamps and some fun paper. It still needs a little more. I was just adding as I found the tiny bits on the counter. The tiny bits always fall to the bottom of the containers and bottles and counters, so you don't find them until you clean up. This was I think this is the very last piece of this wrapping paper. I believe our friend Mary gave this to me, and I just love it. Then, okay, one of you sent me a Cosmopolitan magazine from 1914. And what I did here was I left the top with the date and enough so that you could read a bunch of it, and I just trimmed off the bottom for the height. Paper like this doesn't do tip outs really well. It's not structurally sound. On a not as vintage paper, you could probably fold and keep the writing, but I didn't want to try it. So it's just fun. All kinds of ads and things. Here is some stationery with nice texture. It also has a yellowed spot because it sat around somewhere for decades probably. This is a vellum pocket. Right here we have a pocket, and then on the inside we have, here we go, pocket, journaling card with some good stuff on it. Then I added "You Are Here," and this paper is dirty, coffee dyed, probably has coffee grounds and was torn, and I just used it anyway. Look at that. Confidential record of interviews with staff member, and I made it into a pocket, and you could write all sorts of funny things on it. And I have a bunch of these papers. These were a gift from Patty. She had too many in her stash and shared them. And they were great for vintage journals. I made some more. I made more than one journal. Success. It's a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. It's also nice texture and a different color. You could collage on top of this if you want. You don't have to keep the quote. It's just a nice backdrop. And that is sewing pattern, probably. Could be tissue paper, but I think it's sewing pattern. Bees, because I like them and I had a scrap. Then a pocket. This is a bow bunny paper that kind of lent itself to it. And these bags, I think, are from Honeybee Stamps when you order. Tea-dyed. And I put big stacks in. I'm too lazy to do it one sheet at a time, which I found gives me some cool patterns. Touch More bee paper, part of that bow bunny set with a nice journaling pocket. Hope is Never Lost, and a little piece of ephemera there, so you know it's a tuck spot. Some journaling cards up here, and we have some more of that basic gray paper. This one, I'm using up those stickers from Clear It Out. I think we made this in a different video. Here you could write, stamp, staple, whatever you want to do. Same. Look at this one. This is a luscious page. If you do your pages one at a time, you don't get the air bubbles that make this kind of awesomeness. Then we're going down the other side. Here we have, I don't know what brand, not Basic Gray, but it lent itself nicely to it. Right here I have bees, and then this has bees on it. And this is a pocket that I've started putting some random ephemera. When I find some little pieces on the counter that I think would be fun to play with in this journal, I've just been putting them in here. Bits and bobs. Remember these? We made these in, must have been a Smash Our Stash video, these pockets. Kind of love this. Look at this. This is a little bit pink, but I don't know. It's a warm and dirty colored journal, and I just think it worked well. I should have remembered to ink the edges before I attached the pocket, you know, give it that look. But, you know, that's me. That's kind of how I roll. And then over here, I just put this tag in it. I fiddled because a lot of the things I had were too tall. It didn't work, and I wanted the stamping to show. This is also a pocket back here. I think this can be too big. I don't know that I'll like it. Oh, yeah, maybe. So there we go, another pocket. And then this one here. These, our friend Bonnie made these on her channel 100 years ago, and I just make them over and over. Bonnie and Clive, I think. I made a tag here, and this is what the charm is actually attached to. So obviously movable, cute little pocket. It's a pocket right here too. Maybe we should put something in there. And oops, I missed. And then it's also a pocket right there. So kind of doesn't go, but we'll just put it in there. Then right here, it has a card. Greetings from the Jewish Welfare Board to soldiers and sailors of the U.S. Army and Navy. I'm slowly using those postcards up. That wraps around. I like that. This could be a little less white. Just, yeah, there we go. Now it is. Oops, bent that a little, but we're all right. Dirty, destroyed paper. Love it. The other side of that. On the other side of the magazine, I put a big piece of washi tape in hopes that the tip out would hold. So you could read the full ad and you could see it all and just have more fun. And then I have some black butterfly washi right here. That's a vellum I stole from Andrea. Pretty cool. I don't have more of that. Here I did a fold up pocket page, and here's a neat piece of vellum ephemera that we can put in it too. It's just fun. It's glued like right about here, so you don't lose stuff down in it, but you have a nice space, and it was a surprise. Back here I have, this is all basic gray too, so this is basic gray. House of Wood piece of paper. Our friend Nancy and I got this, I think when we were shopping at Scrap KC, I don't know. Or maybe she just gave it to me. Super fun, random, old business. There is my basic gray project for the month. The cover is basic gray. The inside of the cover is basic gray, and this one. So really only 3 papers that are basic gray. I didn't have very many out at the time. I might peek around and see if I can find like some tiny other little scraps that are basic gray that go in some of these pockets. I do reserve the right to add stuff, you know. I would say this one is $30 all in, shipped in the US. You have to be 18 to give me your address or anything. Comment below if you're interested, or message me on Instagram or something. I will never message you and ask you for your credit card information. So if you get a message that says, hey, pay me, no, that's not exactly how we work. And you would pay me through Etsy, okay? So in the end, you would be on my Crafting and Relaxing Etsy shop. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're taking time for crafting and relaxing. If you're the praying kind, I hope you're praying for our friend Kathy. Thanks so much for watching and spending time in my craft room with me today. Bye-bye.